Hey, it's me, Kathy, and I have had some codfish fillets in my freezer, and I was wondering what to do with them, and suddenly it popped into my mind that I used to make a bacon and relish encrusted cod fillets, and I did that at markets, and it was a pretty popular dish, and I had some bacon on hand, and I have the bread and butter pickles that I made. I'm gonna chop some of that up and make the relish and stuff, and we're gonna do it. It's gonna be so much fun. The bacon that I have is already cooked, and this is the bacon fat that came from it. So we're gonna add some of that to a skillet, and I only just have those couple of small pieces. I don't think we need that much. Whatever, let's do it. Okay, I only have those couple of small pieces of fish, and we're gonna toast up some breadcrumbs and mix in our bacon with it and our pickles and make our topping, and then we're gonna cook our fish. So, here we go. We're gonna bust up some of our bacon pieces, pulse them up in the bullet so they're nice and fine. Kelly's talking. She's a talker. That ought to do it. I'm gonna give it a pulse. Shake it up a little bit. Looking good. I got rid of a little bit of that bacon fat, and here are some fresh breadcrumbs that I made out of some old bread I had kicking around in the freezer. And that's going in. Seasoned up with a little salt and pepper. Don't need too much because bacon is salty. And a little bit of the freeze-dried chives that I use so much. Now here comes our bacon. We're going to let that toast up a bit. And here comes some of our bread and butter pickles, which is going to be chopped up into our relish. Put that in the bullet as well. It's going to be in with the bacon anyway, so it doesn't matter if it mixes together. We're going to pulse it a little bit. Looking good, going in. I crushed up too many. The only reason you put the relish in here is to, you know, because tartar sauce goes good with fish and that's relishy. But you just want to give it a little bit of something, something, so, you know, just under a tablespoon will be plenty. And now we're going to take this off the heat and prepare our fish. We're going to put a little bit of butter in the bottom of a baking dish, and the oven is preheated to 350. We're going to stick this in so it melts, and then we're going to load it up with our fish and our crumb. Our butter is nicely melted. Now in comes our cod fillets. Which we are going to season up. I'm going to give them a little sprinkle of salt and pepper. What I always used to do when I baked fish, and we're going to do it now, is spread a little mayonnaise. Keeps it moist, helps the crumbs to stick. Come on, baby. transfer some of this over here. Sprinkle some of our crumbs on here, our bacon relish crumbs. Pack them on. And now we're going to bake this fish at 350 for, we're going to check it in 15 minutes. And see how it's coming out. So see how long it takes. And this is really hot, so I'm gonna have to lift it up like this. There is our bacon pickle encrusted cod going in the oven. What to have as a side dish with our fish? I found in my pantry a already cooked ready rice. It's jasmine rice, and we're gonna mix it with some lemon and peas and scallions. And that's going to be a nice side dish. So we're going to start with our skillet with some melted butter. Our butter is melted and it's starting to get a little bit bubbly. And now we're going to put in some scallions. I think that will be enough. And some peas. These are frozen, so I'm putting them in right now. I don't know how much rice is in this bag, so I've never used this product before. I don't even know where I picked it up. We're going to stir these around, season them with a little bit of salt and pepper. And all you got to do with this rice is put it in the pan, add a little bit of water, a couple of tablespoons, and cook it till it's heated through. So that's a good thing, but we got to cook these down a little bit more so that rice isn't quite going in it. It is now time for our rice. We're going to have to break this up a bit by the looks. Send it flying all over the place. Yeah. That's better. And in comes our 2 tablespoons of water. And now it says to cook it till it's heated through, so that's what we're going to do. Our rice is heated through and most of our lumps are broken up. And I've turned the heat off. And because lemon tends to get bitter if you put it at the beginning of cooking and cook it too long, I like to wait till the end. We're going to just give this a little splash of lemon juice. Then I'm going to put a cover on it and wait for our fish to be done. And then we're going to serve it up. Our fish is out of the oven, and you can tell if it's done if you press on it and it flakes, which it is. I'll do it over here so you can see it out. There we go, flaking away. And yum. You can see the crumbs are nice and crispy. The fish is flaky. There's some juice in the bottom that looks pretty good. And now we're gonna serve it up. We're gonna use what we call a fish spatula to lift this guy out of the pan. And that's what we look like going on the plate. And now here comes our lemony jasmine rice with peas. And here's what this looks like. It's falling all over the place, but we're gonna put it on our plate. Clean it up a little bit. And here we have our nice dinner. Bacon and pickle encrusted cod with lemony jasmine rice with peas and scallions, and now we're going to give it a try. Thank you for joining me. I want to show you, this is what our fish looks like on our fork. It's crunchy on top and bacony, and let's draw it back a little bit. And now we're going in. So good. It takes me back to when I made that dish a lot. And here's our rice with peas and scallions, and that's going in too. I had a fun little trip down memory lane and made a yummy dinner, and we will see you again soon. Hope you like it, hope you make it, and have a great one.